Hi, my name is Paul, and my partner William and I will be presenting our CS2316 final project titled Health versus Median Income. Our project explores whether there's a relationship between a county's median household income and health outcomes. Specifically, we wanted to see if income levels are associated with chronic health conditions such as obesity and diabetes, as well as overall life expectancy. Throughout this presentation, we will walk through our motivation, the data we collected, the analysis we performed, and the conclusion we've reached. We chose this topic because the United States continues to have one of the highest rates of chronic diseases, including obesity and diabetes. While many factors contribute to these health issues, we were particularly interested in understanding how economic conditions may influence health outcomes at the county level. Our main research question was whether counties with higher median household incomes would tend to have better overall health outcomes than the counties with lower household incomes. To answer this question, our goal was to use data visualization techniques such as scatter plots, bar charts, to identify patterns and relationships. We also applied statistical methods, including correlation and linear regression, to determine whether the relationships we observed were statistically meaningful and to support our conclusions with quantitative evidence. To conduct our analysis, we combined data from 3 different sources. First, we used a CSV dataset from the CDC that provides county-level health outcomes, including measures related to obesity, diabetes, and more. Second, we obtained a JSON dataset from data.gov that contains county-level median household income information. This allowed us to compare economic conditions with health outcomes across counties. Finally, we collected life expectancy data from publicly available HTML tables on Wikipedia to include another important measure of overall health.
One of the most important parts of our project was the data cleaning. For our CSV dataset, we had to fill all missing values in the data column. We handled this by replacing those missing values with median values of each state and health outcome prevalence rate group. For the JSON dataset, we had a couple of numeric values in the median household income column stored as strings. We handled that by converting the strings into numeric values using the pd.to-numeric method. For our HTML datasets, different county and state methods were used to describe those county and states across the data point. We had to use regex to split those methods to have the format matched across all data points. After all of our data was handled, we moved on to the data analysis portion. Here I'll show insight into 3 of our insights that we used. For one, we used median income versus the diabetes rate. The correlation coefficient between these 2 variables was about 0.638 or negative 0.638. Because diabetes serves as a key indicator of healthcare access and economic disparity, this negative relationship provides concrete evidence that the lower county level income translates to poorer metabolic health outcomes. For Insight 2, the strongest relationship came out of food security versus diabetes, with a correlation coefficient of 0.77. This analysis reveals that counties experiencing higher rates of economic hardship also exhibit significantly elevated rates of chronic conditions. For Insight 5, we use the relationship between income proxies and health outcomes. The KNN model achieved 92.3% accuracy, classifying the counties into shortest and longest lived categories using the 5 health and socioeconomic features. This outcome is promising that the features can predict life expectancy outcomes, but the smaller sample size does leave some room for error. Next, we used 3 visuals to show these outcomes. A scatter plot showed that the median household income increased as diabetes prevalence rates decreased, as you can see with the lines there. We also used another plot to show that obesity rate drop is concentrated on the wealthiest counties rather than evenly spread out across the income range, as you can see in visual 2. As for our third visual, we used a box and whisker plot to show that the food insecurity rates between the shortest and longest lived counties had low overlap, alluding to a very strong correlation. As you can see, there was only one outlier that overlapped between the 2 metrics. Thank you for watching our project. We thought it was very insightful that these wealth metrics also coincided with some of these health metrics to really form a complex analysis of this data. Thank you again for watching.